last week we had the summit, the Tonga National Summit, and we heard a lot of people talking. Some maybe not so much. There's one person that spoke like 5 times a day. Maybe that's enough for.
La ne ton ke mohanga o tala no e ngai mea koia. A tu be hofinga mari e to tape. Pake o mai le ma.
Ko na ki campaign.
Ke la pa ko konga beta. Ko konga be ta halala e finga ko alma ki campaign.
Lipe, I'm going to be summarizing it a little bit.
Oh, all right.
The summarize comes from yesterday, Lipe, at when I was at church yesterday.
Hey.
When I was at church yesterday,
the
malanga is the reason why I'm going to summarize it.
Oi.
So if I do it in English, and Lipe we'll try and explain it in Tongan, Lipe. So yesterday, we had Father Jonathan Hurrell was the priest yesterday, one of my favorite priests, and he did a homily yesterday, and it was a beautiful one, Lipe. He started his homily by telling us of a story of a grandma being led or taki into church by her very young granddaughter. This one resonated with me, Lipe and Tonga, because my young son Joseph recently wanted to become an altar boy, and he's now an altar boy, and he is the reason that in which we've been brought back into church, or me to be brought back into church.
Me amari.
But Father Jonathan ends his very entertaining and spiritual, uplifting homily by saying that children see things in a similar way, have a clear definition of what's good and bad. With adults, we tend to have a shade of gray. So in my interpretation of Father Jonathan's homily is our children, through our guidance and their faith, see things as either good or bad in their innocent eyes. As adults, we tend to see things as good, then as a gray area that's not necessarily bad or good, then as bad. We sometimes spin things that to seem good, but eventually with a guilty conscience, we see them as bad. If we had an AI tool, Lipe and Tonga, that can count how many times God was mentioned at last week's summit, I can guarantee you it would have been over 1,000 times. But the question is, how many of us, including myself, actually live by the gospel? Do our leaders interpret good and bad like the innocent children, or do they perceive a lot of gray, blurred between the good and the bad? We often hear this, Lipe, and I know we hear this a lot. This country was given to God, and we believe that God will protect us. This was presented in nearly every speech from our leaders to the public. I always recall the story of a church minister and the farmer. The church minister approached the farmer to convince him to change his denomination to the ministers. The farmer responded by telling the minister, if you could pray for that rock to move, the farmer would change his denomination. The minister prayed, the rock didn't move. Then the farmer prayed and picked up the rock and moved it. The farmer's message was to pray and also take action. That's my summary for last week. There's a lot of prayer. There's a lot of talk of God. There's a lot of all of that. But listen to the farmer. Pray and take action. Hello, again. Summary big people.
Summary maalahi mona au e lala. Hange koe na o ke loto ma be for summary. Ka ku ga hange ko la ve. O koe hango fo go Joseph. Be mo tau fana o ku mahino mi to pe tai mi ko na si ai ki fainga me. Be mo na fa mau fainga me. O ifa mo oni pe o hala. Ngo tau tolo we ki ve you we mo te ki
mo oni pa me mo oni hala pe ka ke mo oni pe fere ume pe
ko fa now you black or white
black or white
just either black all white mo ne bito lave ko ke ta fa ko ya be pa ko ke uilo be na ke ma fita la no ko na mi fi
ai fama mo fai fe
ka
ke whakatonga inge whetala noa
lala ko tu wani ko he ke whatonga ko whekau pe a motor whanau maha mo whekau ko mea
whakatonga i pe ko ia ke au whetala noa whekau mo whama
tamango o ka ui whoki kau tonga ko tamango
te kloset kau ko ai whetala noa
ta ko kolos mai na ka ta whetanoa ko tanoa maria whoki o tangata ngowe pe mo tangata ko whekau whe mau ko whekau tangata ngowe ke alange mo ke ene loto ke ne ki loto whako pe tangere wa tangata ngowe ko fumaka ko ka pa te ke lava of ai fumaka loto fumaka ko ke ngau me no tuanga te kau tu leva ke loto loto whekau loto whekau ka ja ngau fumaka loto leva fama lo kui ko whekau loto ala te tangata fama to e maka o we i ke whae ko ta tangere wa tangata fama ko loto mo ngau
ko loto
mo ngau
he fele tano loto e wiko
loto mo ngau
ko ki tano morning lipe
to ki tano ane ta
ki tano morning ki au lipe
bui
ko no ke ya ko ai lipe ko ku alpe ko kui na loto pong ko to a pe pong i loto pa ki mo ko ane mohe loto pau ofi ko siwi mo to wike taha pa ko siwi ko nange ko ui pe ko ko mamlahi ki lotu i mangi ku siwi lotu a mamlahi wike ka kato ko ya pompong e fiaf ke to be a siwi ko nga na o si lotu a mamlahi ya ka te kiai
ngau e ko
ngau e ko ya ko siwi ka pe pe ya lotu ko mamlahi he te ulava be a siwi
ka ki te fai ko ya ko mo po ako
ngau e lotu ya tonu e lotu ka sisi e ngau e ko ke whakahoko
ka ko mea mari ho to lala he sivi ko mea mari ho to he sivi he ilo ko pana ke lama he sivi lala pe ni ke ta ut mai he minister
ni ko suti se
ni ke ka
na tolo lava na usi na tolo
ta me pe ko na pare mia ta mini
ka tamo to ni faneria na lava
na usi via na tolo na we na tolo na usi via
ka na lava ka to pe
lava ka ke fufu pa pa
e ka fofonga ko e na lava ka to pe mo si
ko foi mea toto ki tata noa ki ai ko to foi mea lava te tato pokala mama ke he tau ai kusio koe
lava kato na sivi
lala ko foi mea te tato tano ma ke he tau ai
ai sivi ako
kau firi fare are ala
ko wanga be ai ke fonua mo kau taki mo samet ko ne hoko ko he tai mini mahu inga au pito poki ke ha mea ko ma pokama mo ke pe mau kofi ai tala ko fonua ni ne tuku ke eiki me mea to tonu pe pok mo oni
fofa te mu no hanga o te mu no hanga te ia no famana tu mai ko fonua ni le tuku ki langa
ko ange ko ke to ta ko ke rea ko mite nima pe tolu me mite nima ko ya ko tala no pe ai fonua ne tuku ke
fonua lot
to ki mite ua pe ko ki
poini go
ko repe lotu pe
Mongao. Mari. Malo lala. Malo lala. Mari.